We live?
We are live.
Oh, shit. Well, you know what time it is. It's the AZ squared equals podcast, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I've been having a hard time with that. Again, not a math podcast.
Not
Doesn't
at
even
all.
have to be, and it's still hurting my brain, apparently. But we're rolling. We're live. If you're watching, you can see behind me, we got a nice Christmas tree, festive background. The infinity wall is up in the studio, which is, it's a thing of beauty. It's a modern miracle.
It is gorgeous.
It's kind of strange for anyone listening. If you don't know what an infinity wall is, it's like two walls that are perpendicular to each other, and then filling them in is like convex shapes. It's like a curved wall on like an X, Y, and Z axis all together. It's a corner, like a 3D corner. I'm probably making this sound way too complicated, but point is, it makes you like it makes that infinite void effect on camera that you see, and when it's lit up the right way, when it's shot the right way, it looks really, really cool. So they got that going on, which is badass. But behind me in the void, in the blue void, we got the Christmas tree. It's Christmas season. I wouldn't say it's Christmas time just yet.
No,
but the
not
time
yet.
is flying by. Like my birthday was yesterday, the 12th.
Oh, well, happy fucking belated, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
How did Facebook not inform me?
I don't know, dude. I don't really fuck with Facebook that much, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just ignore me back.
Crazy.
You know?
Usually they tell me people I don't even ever talk to.
I should go on there because there's probably at least one or two people that wish me a happy birthday like on my wall. Do people still do that?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty much the only
Well,
time.
I don't want people to
wish
think I'm
people happy
ignoring them.
birthday.
I got to get on there and give thanks for the birthday wishes. But you know, I was actually thinking about like years ago, an old girl I was dating. She got a little upset because the people at her company didn't really like recognize her birthday. She didn't want them to like throw her a whole party, but like no one made a big deal. It wasn't like
Not even
It wasn't a big deal.
happy birthday thing.
yeah, like I think some people said happy birthday, but it wasn't like, you know, she was like, you know, fresh out of college, and you know, like she just it was sort of a rude awakening, if you will, that
The world's a
you
cold
know,
and
yeah, that the people,
lonely place.
most people don't really care about your birthday, and you know, it seems a little like irrational to expect people to remember one day out of the year. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like immediate family, you know, that's sort of one thing, because those dates can be sort of like burned into your brain if you just sort of grew up with someone, even
Yeah.
like close like childhood friends or something. But
yeah,
it all just depends on your
I'm
relationship
just like,
with the people.
I'm
you
just
know?
a bad person when it comes to that. Like, I don't know my mom's birthday. I don't know. I think I know my sister's birthday, but I couldn't tell you for sure. Like, if it was gun to my head, I'd be like October 11th. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, then
Like,
clench.
yeah, it could be October 12th, and then I get shot in the face, and that sucks. I'm not exactly sure when my little brother's birthday is. They just happen, and then
Yeah.
I just happen to be around. Or
Well,
not.
do you get, okay, let me ask you, talking about Facebook, do you get a little notification that's like, hey, it's so-and-so's birthday today. Wish
Yes.
him a happy birthday,
That's
right?
usually how. Like,
how people
the
remember
only way that I
nowadays,
can
you know?
remember. I had that problem before Facebook was in existence, though.
Well, and I don't really get on Facebook that much. I have an account just to have one, and so that I can be on like the whole messenger thing with the rest of my family members, because that's
Yeah.
kind of where our family group chat is, if you will.
Yeah, I got some group chats that are on there. Like, I love my grandma to death. Don't know her birthday. I love
I don't know my
grandma to
grandma's
death.
birthday.
I have no clue. Yeah, I interact with my grandma a lot, though. And I still have no idea.
You know, what's funny is like
what her birthday is.
I remember I have a good amount of siblings. I have 5 siblings.
Goddamn, that's right. And don't you have like a twin?
I do have a twin brother.
That
I got
blew my fucking mind.
2 older sisters and 2 younger sisters.
That's sick.
That's what I got going on.
That's a fucking full family right
Wow.
there.
Yeah, and we're all like, I mean, not as close as possible age-wise, but like within 2 years of each other. It's like pretty much every 2 years it was a kid, and then in the middle of that was me and my brother, the twins. Just got the 2 for 1.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah. Pretty much. Be fruitful and multiply. No. I don't know if it's... You want kids? Is that something you've thought about a lot?
Oh yeah, I've always wanted kids. I mean, I feel like it's natural for most men to want to have offspring. Like, it's kind of just built into the DNA of man. It
See, I feel like I'm an outlier in that category then, because I don't feel that like strong like need to have kids, and I feel like a lot of it is because all of my siblings for the most part have like 2 or 3 kids.
Oh yeah, I don't.
So
feel...
I'm around the kids like, you know, a good amount, to the point where it's like I almost feel like that primal like want for children and like for shepherding a small thing, like what you're talking about, that like evolutionary thing. I feel like that in a way is sort of scratched. That need is scratched a little bit, like subconsciously for me.
Oh yeah.
And so I really don't like, you know, I certainly don't feel like I'm trying to have a child, you know.
I don't think I want to have one until I'm like 40. So that gives me another 8 years.
Well, I
want to be like legitimately fucking mindset proper and all that shit.
Yeah.
And have
that's
a
the
few kids.
thing. And a lot of people say like, oh well, you can't put a date on it, or you can't like time life or whatever. But I mean, you can try. You can like proactively.
Oh, you could definitely
try.
make the attempt.
It's called protection, you know. But I agree. Like I feel like it's a lot of people. I don't want to say it's irresponsible to have children when they do, because like I just said, you can't really like time out life. It just doesn't really work that way.
Oh, yeah,
you might have your own plans, but that's just not how shit goes all the time.
Yeah, shit just
You
pops
get
off.
lucky if you can time out things like that, if you
Oh.
can plan things out like that.
100%.
But point is, like, if I feel a responsibility to, if I am gonna like willingly have a kid and bring a kid into the world, I don't want them to like, I want shit to be good. I want things to be nice and smooth and like.
Oh yeah, I don't want to have problems.
Exactly.
That's like, I don't want to be like my problems to be the thing that causes the kid to have, because I have problems because of the problems that my parents had.
Right.
You know, like I don't want to keep perpetuating that same cycle. And as of right now, it would be 100% irresponsible for me to bring a child into this world.
And that level of like self-awareness just as a person, that's so huge. And I think that honestly, like that statement alone probably means that you'll be a good parent no matter when it happens, you know,
would
because
hope so.
you have that self-awareness. Because dude, there's so many people,
appreciate
too
that.
many people that it's just like they don't know what the hell's going on, you know.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I've had 2 sets of people that I've known in my life. Like people like my brother Heavy, that is one of the best dads I fucking know. Like he has been there for his kids no matter what, no matter how many times bad shit is like they've tried to keep him from his kids. He's always fought and always got it. Right? Always been. Same with my other homies that are like that. Good dads. They've always fought for their kids. And I've met people that didn't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
Didn't give a shit. And it's a weird thing to think that you wouldn't care. Like, I just can't. I stop associating with those kind of people because I can't assume or think the same way.
Yeah, it's
in
not good
any
for
way.
you.
Like, if I was told by a woman, I'm pregnant, it's your kid, for sure, I would 100% do whatever needs to be done.
Right, you're like, I'm in.
Yeah,
all right,
like
here we
my
go.
my life is no longer about my life at this
Exactly.
point. It's about the child's life.
Exactly. I feel that exact same way, and that's sort of like, it's very selfish of me, and I'm aware of it, but like, I don't want my fucking fun life to be over, dude. I like my life.
I agree.
Like
agree.
I have a lot of fucking fun, and I
I
don't
wanna-
want that selfishly. I don't want that to go away.
100%. Selfishly, I'm the same way. That's why I haven't dated in forever, because I've had other people try to say that I've gotten people pregnant,
Yeah.
and then talk directly to like multiple of those people who are like, nah. Like, other people try to get drama brought in too.
Yeah, dude, drama's
It's
the worst.
Crazy.
Drama is the worst.
It's crazy. And like I said, and the person knows. Like, all they have to do is say, yes, it is. And that would be it. Like, I wouldn't ask any other questions.
Mm-hmm.
It would be over. All right. Getting dealt with. It's not what I want,
Yeah, but
that's what
here
it
we
is.
go.
Like, if you do the deed, you have to be expecting the consequences of those things. The crazy thing is, I've had people try to say it when things haven't even happened with the person. They're like, you're the one. And I'm like,
Oh,
what
yeah?
the fuck? How's that possible? Fucking immaculate conception? That's just
You gotta
insane.
go on Maury. Get him to go on Maury.
They tried to
We'll
get
tell
me
you
to
who's
go
the
on some
father.
crazy shit. I was like, I'm not getting into your guys' drama. I'm not gonna get into your
Fuck that.
bullshit. And they're like, well, you're just being fucking afraid. It's like, no, you guys are insane. You come up
Drama.
with crazy shit out of your own noggin, which is insane to me.
Drama is the worst. I'm such like a drama-free person. Like,
Oh,
At the point when someone-
furthest from.
dude, when someone starts like, not even tries to start drama with me, because that's like very, very rare, dude. It's
Yeah.
very rare, and I feel I'm lucky. I just
Yeah, it's because you're a good ass person.
well, and I don't hang around with fucking dramatic people,
People,
you know.
exactly.
Like I don't fuck with that. And the moment someone comes in and starts talking about a bunch of bullshit and like trying to get all dramatic and start shit and like turn people against each other and like split people and like it's almost to the point where it's like physically cringy, and I'm just like, oh my god, this person has no fucking life, to the point where all they want to do is just like start shit between
Just
people
to destroy
and like complain about
what
shit
they
all the
can.
time.
They
And it's
can't
like you are a
obtain.
miserable person, and all you're trying to do is just grab onto people and bring them into your bullshit tornado.
And it's insane.
It's insane, and it's immature, and it's extremely selfish, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
that whole vibe of a person is just like, dude, I'm good. I really don't hang out with people like that.
Yep, I've met a lot of them in my life. And I
And
mean,
you know-
in Washington alone, there's so many. Like, I don't know if you can blame it on the weather or it's just the people, but like, people just have a different attitude here when it comes to stuff it's insane. Like, drama is their life.
Yeah, I mean, well, I feel like that's just like a certain like type of people, I guess. I mean, like, I think that you're gonna kind of find that everywhere you go, because it sort of seems like it's just a result of society, you know. It's almost like a personality type. you
Oh
know?
yeah, it's definitely a personality type.
But
That's why it's easier to spot
yeah,
pretty easily, even before they get real down you just go, oh well, I've seen this start before. I'm not gonna do this song and dance with you people.
yeah.
It's not happening. Like,
And
and
like,
it's
I've-
usually a group of people that like
Yeah.
are trying to be just negative and
Exactly.
like a little vampire group of energy suckers just trying negativity on a constant basis.
I'm not trying to like seem condescending either. Like I feel like I've been that person too. Like I've been that negative, like dramatic in certain situations. And then afterwards, when you think about it and it's like, oh my god, that's fucking embarrassing. Like you realize like, oh, I was acting up. Like I was being that person. Like I was being that guy. But
Yeah, no, I've done it a few times in high school and shit.
we got
This is two
things falling
times
from the
now
sky.
doing a podcast, and he shows up with a fucking coffee. You're a shiny golden
That's
god, my
beautiful. We
brother.
got heavy just walked in the house,
Yeah.
brought the coffee.
Could probably even grab a chair and set up another mic for you if you want. You want to sit in. Wasn't sure if you were going to be coming through. You like that?
Yeah, that looks dope.
Right?
Yeah, we got a
I
nice
was-
festive Christmas look going on back there.
I must say, I love what you did with the spot.
Oh,
As soon as I came in, I was like,
you don't even know.
amazing.
I kicked ass yesterday.
Amazing.
On the Christmas photos, I kicked ass.
Fuck
It
yeah.
came out dope.
I'm excited to see him.
Even
Just,
the fucking
just the setup. I take it your girl did the rapping because it looks fucking perfect.
yeah, absolutely.
I was like,
Nice,
God
clean
damn it.
staging you got
When I
there.
came in and saw that rapping, I was like, My rapping looked like a fucking person with no arms tried to do it with their mouth, and they're missing all of their teeth.
Well, you were doing it with the blue like painter's tape. Too,
Yeah,
and
but
that's
it's
never gonna
still
help you.
like I cut it wrong. There was like way too much on too much. I guarantee it was I guarantee she was laughing. I could only imagine in my mind that when she tore it off of the box, she was like, "Holy shit,
The only thing
what is this?"
The only problem that we ran into was that she wrapped a lot of them in silver, and there's more silver than anything else.
Ah,
And then she dressed the girls in silver. I was like, what?
we need contrast.
How? Bubs was in all red, so his contrast was perfect and beautiful.
Perfect.
Like, so.
Yeah, I saw was it a TikTok video?
Oh yeah.
That
That was
shit
after the
was
shoot.
fucking amazing.
After the shoot.
That was
TikTok.
hilarious. Ghost starts with his young child. What is it? Does it say 2 to fucking 12?
2 to 12, yeah.
2 to 12, and then like falls out of frame, and then brings the 12-year-old in. They're in the same exact dress.
And they look alike with
Ah, I
their
see
braids.
that.
So fucking
that.
good. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Instantly grew 10 years.
That was fucking hilarious. I was dying laughing. This shit is amazing. Yeah, that stuff was awesome. You could definitely probably check out some of the photos on 9 Media Creative Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Yeah, I'm really excited to see photos and videos and stuff with the Infinity Wall. It's badass.
oh yeah. Oh, good catch. That was gnarly. That was gnarly.
The rain started leaking again, so I put this cup right here.
Oh, I was wondering what's up with the cup.
Evaporated now because I left the heat on.
I literally asked myself that question when I came in. I was like, I guess they just had to move it. That was I was like, that's the only thought I could think of.
Got a
that
cup
made
over there
sense.
catching
I was
the
like, I
lead.
guess it just was in the wrong spot and they just set it there.
Well, it is the rainy state. Wait, no, it's the Evergreen state.
Yeah.
What's the rainy state? Is that Hawaii?
They claim that it's
Definitely
Oregon.
not Hawaii.
They
Oregon.
claim that Oregon's like the rainy state.
Well,
I
one
believe.
of them has like that as their motto. Like the motto for Washington is the Evergreen State. You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Oregon, the rainy
Oregon's
state.
The rainy state. No shit.
I think. Why don't we check and look it up? I'll look it up.
Cali's like the sunshine state.
Yeah. Maybe Hawaii's like the rainbow state or something. Or
Or
maybe.
fucking paradise. I don't know
Yeah.
what you call it. Paradise. I did not want to leave.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I could fathom being homeless there and being happy.
just being just fine.
and being A-okay. I met most of the homeless people out there. Actually, we did. We ran into them a couple times on the beach.
So it's Hawaii, overall rainiest state.
Yes, he was right.
I guess
Hawaii's
you're
the rainy
right.
state? No
That's
shit.
crazy.
All right. What's up, Hawaii?
That is crazy. That blows my mind.
We're in the top.
Was it when you guys were
We're
there?
not
was it
even
raining?
in the top 5.
What's Louisiana? I know Louisiana.
It's straight up second place.
Yeah, Louisiana's it rains.
Damn, dude.
It's
It
not
rains
that,
like it's
not
an
that
island.
It's not that it rains a lot in Louisiana. It's that when it rains, it's a Category 5
Rain.
hurricane
Yeah.
damn near every fucking
Yeah.
time. It's nuts. The actual pellets of water that come down look like someone poured individual cups.
Is it one of those places that's like so humid that like 5 minutes after the rain, like you're dry again? Or
Opposite.
you just soak?
You're wet before the rain. Yeah.
I remember I was in the Philippines, like in the jungle there.
Jesus Christ.
And,
Why were you there?
We were there. I was 17.
Tell me you were hunting something. Like
Oh,
Bigfoot,
man.
Sasquatch,
Well, we were hunting the Lord,
gold.
hunting for Jesus, if you will. But
Hunting for
it wasn't
Jesus.
like a mission trip. It was like a service trip, I guess. is
Gotcha,
what they
okay.
called it. But we went there and we built a basketball court and like a couple of like structures,
Like shack
out-
stuff.
Yeah, these place they had, it's like, dirt floor,
Yeah.
woven buildings and stuff. Like, it's super sick. And we were out there for like I want to say 6 weeks, and
God damn.
lived out there in the jungle with these people. And the rain was crazy though, because like you would get hit with just like a gnarly downpour where it's just everything is drenched, but after it's done, like 20 minutes later, you're dry again because it's so hot.
Was that not how it was in Hawaii? Like that's exactly
how
I think it's a very
it would
similar
rain.
climate.
It would rain and you wouldn't even care that it was We had a drop top Jeep or whatever. We
Yeah.
had like we were riding around
All
in
the
this
way
Jeep,
open.
all the way
Oh, yeah,
open,
dude,
doors
it
off
doesn't
and
matter.
shit. And it would rain, and it would just rain, and we wouldn't give a shit.
It's not
because
like it's cold
10
and raining.
minutes.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's warm and rain. You're wet a little bit. Like we were more worried about the camera gear.
Oh yeah, that was
wet.
getting just like wet because it would get wet
Yeah,
for a good
but-
second.
Literally 5 minutes goes by and we're dry again.
Yeah.
Literally back on the beach in the water, not like and still like having that hot sand under your feet and everything you would want from a beach visit.
oh man.
5
I
minutes
miss the
after
beach,
rain.
dude. I miss the beach. You know, I don't know if you guys ever been to New Jersey, but
I've been to New Jersey.
I went to the Jersey Shore
Didn't go to the
this
Jersey
summer, and it's not anything like the TV show. Like, and
No?
everyone there is like, it's not like the fucking TV show. Like, what?
Did you go
fuck
down
off.
to that little pier part? That, like where they have like the pier, I guess.
Yeah.
And all of that,
Oh, yeah,
How
yeah.
was that shit?
Dude, it's badass. It's super like tranquil. It's not like there's a lot of cool like stuff to do on the pier, but it's like pier shit, you know? It's like dart games and like little restaurants
yeah,
and little
okay.
bars and stuff. But
okay.
there's no like clubs down there, dude. Like all that shit they go into the city for.
That
But like
makes sense.
apparently the people of the Jersey Shore were like they hated the show because it gave them such a bad rap because it's not like that at all. They're like
okay.
it's so peaceful and so nice and it's just like
That
all
makes sense.
these
I can see that.
it's like all these rows of houses
They
on a
gotta
little
turn it up
peninsula.
for an MTV show.
Yeah, for sure, for
Whatever,
sure.
whatever they were on.
And I'm sure they ended up with a net profit after getting a bunch of tourists
Absolutely,
there.
absolutely.
But it's not what it
I'm
seems
sure
like.
they
dude.
still get tourists off based off of that to
Oh
this
yeah.
day.
Oh, for sure. And there's definitely like party houses and like because people it's just a bunch of small old houses
Yeah.
on this peninsula and like you're surrounded by the beach. So there's all kinds of shops and shit. Like it's a great time. And the Atlantic, dude. The Atlantic is like warm. Like you go out swimming in there and it's straight up warm. It was nice. It was like the first time I ever swam in the ocean and
The
like
only
had a good
oceans I've
time.
swam in were the Gulf of Mexico, which is like 98 degrees.
Yeah.
So I know what a warm ocean feels
Oh,
like.
yeah.
And in this one, this glacier melt of a fucking body of the water that they call shit out here.
The old Pacific Ocean.
I do not. Yeah, people are like, oh, are you scared of the water? No, I'm not scared of the water. I'm scared of freezing to
Yeah,
death.
that shit is so cold. I don't think it ever gets above like 55,
Ever.
56.
Ever on the highest of high days, you're cold in the water.
Oh yeah, it's super cold.
It's
here.
like aggressively cold.
It's constantly cold. Constantly cold.
I've always thought like that'd probably be. I guess I can't say it's like the worst way to die, but I would hate to fucking be stranded out in the ocean.
Oh,
Just like don't know what direction the shore is to the point
Fuck
where you
that, yeah.
can't see the shore like in any direction.
Yeah,
Like
that's
what do you do?
terrible.
What do you do? Does anyone know from a survival standpoint? What do? You wake up on a raft. You can't see the shore in any direction. What's your first move?
Yeah. I'm
Wake up on a raft.
trying to
Yep.
figure out what time it is.
Do you have a bag or anything? It's just a raft. You clothes? You got clothes.
You got the clothes on your body, except your shirt's all tore up, so you're gonna get a sunburn, but it's gonna look kind of sick. Like it's gonna be like a
That's totally fine because I'm about to tear the shirt up in.
oh perfect. Tarps off, boys.
Yeah, I'm trying to make like some kind of cover. You can tear the pants up.
And this is for sun protection.
Yeah, sun protection. We gotta make some kind of cover for over the top so we can just dry out.
Sure.
You got water.
Actually, you do.
Yeah, but you can't drink that water.
No, you've got like 50 gallons of water, and you got a bunch of food. But the thing is, you have no idea where you are, and you can't see the shore.
So maybe I'm.
Oh, well then I'm fucking
not like a raft.
gross.
So-
I'm just picking a direction. I'm following the sun and the moon as it fucking goes. I'm going east or west, and I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm
but
either right or
but
wrong.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like,
And
how
I'll
do you?
either get somewhere? Or
This
I
this
won't.
is a life and death decision on which way to go. You have a paddle. Well, let's say you have a paddle.
Everybody that's heading west is fucking.
You're
coming
gonna
victory.
self paddle 50 gallons of water. There's so many holes in this.
Hey, this is like a okay. We're
I
talking
mean,
like
you have to do it life or death. I mean, yeah.
yeah, you got to
There's,
do it.
Look, there's many situations that I feel extremely confident that I could survive. A whole lot of shit. It went from guns to anything on land.
Uh-huh.
On the water, out of my element.
Yeah.
I can swim pretty good. but I will still say that on the water I am out of my element.
I feel like it'd be terrifying.
If I'm on a raft, if we're calling it a raft, I'm eating my cyanide pill.
Yeah, you're just gonna do it, just gonna end it.
I would have to like it now. It may take me longer if this is not a raft where I have to paddle and it's an actual boat. We're talking more boat.
No, because you got to be stranded. Like, you got a boat. I mean, unless you run out of gas. I mean, okay, I'll give you a boat, but you're out of gas.
I will push the boat. I literally will get behind it and kick my legs until I die trying to get somewhere. But if we're talking raft, yeah, I'm not trying.
It's just a gamble at that point if you're going the right direction. Is that what you're saying?
No,
and
I mean, I would
try
to make my best guess based on
that's
my
what I'm
current
saying. Like,
level
that's what I'm trying to get to. Is like,
yeah.
What are you guessing this? What are you basing your life and death decision on here?
I'm basing it off of astrology, like the stars and the sun in the sky,
Here's how
and what I know about that.
No matter what direction I go, there's land somewhere.
I mean, that is technically true. I can't really argue with that.
If you just make sure you're
Eventually
steering
you'll hit it.
straight.
But I mean,
That's the hardest part in water is like currents take you.
Yeah.
You get
so
floated
I think
50
you're
miles
on to. I mean, if you think about it, for millennia, that people navigated with the stars. Like, so that's got to be a surefire way to do it. My problem is I don't know how to fucking do that. So I'm gonna be out there at night just looking at the stars. I'm sure there's gonna be no light pollution. It's gonna be very nice and lovely. But I'm gonna be scared shitless because I don't know which way to paddle, and I feel like I might get stuck out there simply because I don't know which way to go, and I don't want to commit to a direction and then ultimately just be, paddling to my doom.
So I understand that, but here's my mindset on that. Because I'm already stuck out here.
Yeah.
So no matter what direction I'm going, at least I'm dying with
You're dying trying.
trying. Exactly.
There you go.
Pushing forward.
Live free or die paddling. It's
Exactly.
like the Die Hard.
And maybe I'll catch some turtles or a shark or something.
Shit, there you
Fucking
go.
Ride that bad boy.
Try to get a lasso.
And just take them all the way home. That's the hope, at least, is that something miraculous happens. Like, you hear that kind of stuff happen in, like, old Indian tales and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They ride the fucking... I was fascinated with orca whales growing up.
Yeah.
And, like, most of the tales you hear about orca whales come from, like, the local tribes around here.
Right. That's very like central in the tribal lore around here.
Huge, and they used to ride the backs of them, they say. Like, killer whales aren't typically a danger to humans, which is really weird because they eat fucking everything else. They even kill moose. Did you know that
So-
killer whales are
Yeah,
Our
the unfortunate
mooses-
moose was just trying to find some fucking
Largest
food in the
predator.
ocean. With very fucking few shit, where very few animals can fuck with a moose at all.
Oh,
that
yeah.
He's never fucking seen. He's trying to get some food, and a huge fish
comes up.
Dude.
eats his ass.
That's wild. That is wild. I've seen a video of a moose like swimming across a river. Those guys, not only are moose like fucking giant. I don't know if have you ever seen a moose like in real life?
Oh yeah.
Bro, they are huge. However big you think a moose is, it's bigger.
Double it.
It's bigger. Yeah.
Double it at
Period.
minimum.
Period.
Double it, bro. I just showed Zach the picture. They just found one of the largest moose in history.
Oh
in
my
Alaska.
god. Holy shit.
Dude, do you remember the picture?
Yeah.
Like,
Think of a moose, right?
what you know a moose looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Now double pack.
Oh my god.
That
And give
like
it
the
steroids.
shoulder
Yeah.
of a fucking pit bull.
Oh,
Like
God.
the
It-
arm
yeah, literally
stands
built-
because its chest is so fucking yoked
Oh my
out.
God, yeah.
And it has all the way to the hook.
Literally, yeah, massive muscles
Just
all the way to the
stacked.
back. Like
All
it
the way
had
down.
4 arms. I've never
Like,
seen
it's
any
got
like
all the
deer
most
animal with 4 arms.
insane shit. Like you kill it, you eat the fucking chest of this thing for the next year and a half.
It was
shit.
It was fucking massive.
You're talking like over a ton at that point.
Oh,
Easily.
Animals that size.
easily.
Bro, over a ton and can run like probably 40 miles an hour, like
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
easily.
In 6 feet of snow.
Yeah,
I showed
yeah.
him a fucking
Doesn't give a
thing
fuck.
of it running through snow.
Yeah,
He's like,
running through,
what
like,
the
6
fuck
feet of
is
snow.
that?
I need to see this video because like that's
they just sit
Oh,
here.
God,
I'll
dude.
bring it up. Y'all keep talking. I'll bring it up.
That shit is
That shit
so crazy.
scares the hell out of me. In 6 feet of snow, this shit can run 35
yeah.
miles an hour. Like,
You're
that's
done, dude. If
nuts.
this thing wants you, you're done.
Yeah, it's a wrap for you.
So the point that an orca whale can take, or a killer whale, are killer
just
whales
nuts.
and orca whales? They're
Same
different
thing,
things,
I think,
right?
I don't
Or the
know.
same
I thought
thing?
they were the same thing.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Okay,
Orca whales,
okay.
killer whales,
Right.
fucking Free Willy.
Free Willy, baby.
Yeah, that's what like I used to. That's how I got into Michael Jackson's music. was
Watching
he
Free
played
Willy.
At the very beginning of that shit every time, and at the end, he had like a little concert.
Yeah.
For copyright reasons, I will not continue. But here, alright. Moose.
Oh, we're gonna see this giant moose. Yeah, I can see that.
Alright, so they're just kind of chilling here. They're like, oh, what's going on?
Can you go full screen on OBS?
Yeah, it's full screen on OBS. They're like,
Is
hey,
that it back there in the?
Yeah, they're like, hey, check this moose out. We should probably not run up on this moose. We need to figure out how to get this moose.
Yo, is he
to
gonna throw a
bail.
snowball at it?
I think he's just about to take a picture. He's like,
Oh,
what's
dude,
up,
I thought he
Moosey?"
was making a snowball. I was like, yo.
That would be the most retarded
You,
thing you could
well, I
possibly
mean,
do.
it would also explain why it's on YouTube, you know? Like, I don't know, what's this video called? Guy gets wrecked by a giant moose?
God dies from trying to do it. You would think that would be what I would grab. But YouTube doesn't do that anymore. They don't show stuff films on YouTube anymore. It's disgraceful. Look at him. He's going slow right now. He's like, what's up? What's this motherfucker doing? You pointing shit at me, dog? Somebody did that to my cousin. He died. You run up on your ass? Check your shit. Walk away
That's
for
a big
second.
boy.
Oh, dude. Like, for the perspective of trees, dude's almost half a tree tall. And he's like, just through the snow.
Oh my god.
It's half as tall as the moose.
It's
That's how
like
thick
it's
it
nothing for it.
Yeah,
Just
nothing at all.
blows
It's just
through.
nothing, not even there.
Just
What, you can't move this water?
Dude, I wonder if he's like telling them, hey, follow me.
He's like, I know where
Moose-
the gold is.
Yeah, like I'll blaze you guys a trail because I'm sure he just
Big
blows a whole
trip.
channel through that.
Yeah, like,
You know?
yeah,
I
like,
bet you that's how all those trails are there. They're
Yeah.
like, we don't need to send out a ranger to do this.
smell some bait for
Some
moose.
big ass moose out there just come
Come through and
blaze it out
Put
for
some
us.
fucking hormones
'Cause I know,
out on
like,
a trail.
Animals will use unused roads because they're like, you know, path of least resistance style, you know, and it's a main traffic for like predators and for
Yeah, because they're smart.
yeah, exactly.
They're fucking smart and they're big and they can get mean. The first time I saw a moose, I was a little kid and I was camping in Montana in the mountains. So it's cold and the moon's big and bright.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden you see like this shadow that's already massive and it just goes
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, you could have got your head popped by a fucking moose, dude. That's no problem for them.
It's the biggest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it's the biggest thing I've ever seen. I've seen big.
Can a moose outrun a? I mean, I don't know how fast a moose can run, but I just imagine they're so large that like they gotta have a huge stride, you know.
Oh yeah.
And if he can plow through that snow like that, no problem. It seems like he got to be able to haul ass.
As soon as if there's nothing obstructing, oh yeah, they're gone.
Think about how easy he could probably run through like a wooden fence. Like, would he even feel it?
No,
Probably not.
Like,
I
imagine he probably gets maybe a little shinner when he blasts through that fucking pine.
If his antlers don't just plow the whole shit over,
Yeah.
he's going head down. Like, I doubt he'd ever feel it.
Yeah.
I feel like going through one of those beaded curtains.
Yeah, just pushing it up, pushing off to the side.
Yeah.
Dude, I got so you know those classic like three piece like wooden fences, you know, like it's just posts and then top, middle, and bottom board. We had one of those in our neighborhood growing up. My buddy John, we were in the snow, just like fucking around. It was like day off of school or whatever, a snow day, and we're fucking around at this part of the neighborhood where there's like a sledding hill and there's a fence right there, and he does like the Spartan kick and he kicks me through this fence, and like I go like straight through the fence, and we're wearing like, you know, a bunch of layers and shit because we're all like bundled up for the snow, like almost like you're wearing like football gear, you know, like shit doesn't really hurt when you're bundled up like that. And so I just get like blown through this fence, go clean through it, and on the other side it's like a fence at the top and then like a ditch, but it's all grass and like it's all filled with snow, so like it didn't hurt, but it was like so unexpected, and it felt like a movie set. Like I got blasted, like it just broke perfectly, fell perfectly through it. Like,
Did he say, "This is Sparta"?
I wish he did, but I think he said like, "Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean to do that."
Yeah, so I used to spend, when I was a kid, before my dad moved up here, I used to spend weekends at his apartment, right? And he'd take me to play baseball across the street or whatever, and often he would have his best friend's kid over just so I would have someone to play with, right? His name was Keith. You know, it's like I'm Derek Jr. His best friend's name is Keith. Yeah, Keith Jr. or whatever. So we played together all the time. Keith's probably about a year older than me, but when you're 9 and 10, that makes, you know, a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
You know, that little bit of growth.
That could be a big gap.
That's a big gap when you're talking about wrestling somebody.
Yeah.
You know. And so we're in my dad's apartment after playing baseball and just wrestling. For whatever reason, we have the sliding door open, and we're on the second story, and like I do something that's a little bit overboard. Like, so it definitely was my initial fault. Like I did something. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I do remember me pissing him off substantially. Like and like knowing that I pissed him off, and like it got into like this rage where we're tussling and we're not paying attention to where we are, and we're like. In the living room right next to the sliding glass door, and like it's that struggle back and forth, you know, and somehow I just lose my footing while he's like literally just at full force trying to like, you know, get with that resistance.
Yeah.
And it's just step after step after step until I'm off the balcony. And I feel like he definitely didn't like pull back. So like I felt like he definitely followed through with the push, but now I'm floating down 2 stories, back first to the ground.
Oh, dude.
I knew I was like, this is how you die. I was like, I've seen it on TV. This is definitely how you die.
Life flash before your eyes, falling
Man,
backwards.
I was only 9. There wasn't much life to flash.
Yeah,
like
shit.
it was a quick like reel. You know?
I'm terrified of heights. My cousin Phil, you know White Church Bridge.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
taking you out there.
Yeah.
Savannah there. Holy shit, they got an airport outside.
Yo.
It's the commies.
I'm looking over the bridge. I'm terrified. Everybody's jumping into the gainers off.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't do that. He's like, don't be a bitch, and just shoves me off. I go fucking face first down this shit. Scared
Classic.
the fuck out of me. And he did that when we were kids too, and pushed me out of the barn, like the top story of the barn thing.
That's
Yeah.
about the same height as like the second story balcony.
Is there like a trampoline down there or something? Or
There was a little bit of hay, but it wasn't like the way you pushed me. I didn't go out like when you jump into the hay bale. I like hit the edge of the hay bale. Right
yeah,
where the grass
because you didn't
was.
jump out on
Yeah,
purpose.
I got shoved out.
Yeah.
And so I just,
Man,
I was
that
big, so I fell like a fucking sack of tater, dude.
that's hilarious, dude.
Fucking quick. It happened, and then it was over.
Dude, when I hit the ground, I like, I didn't bounce. I think it ended up just by stroke of luck. I'm in the grass courtyard, you know, like now, and for whatever reason, it's just being young or being a young kid, not a scratch, no serious injury to speak of. Yeah, I was like ow or whatever, but like.
Oh yeah,
But-
it's because I think that it's like it happens so fast and like
Yeah,
everything else
adrenaline and everything is going
yeah,
on.
that you loosened up in that thought process. You just like you go, oh shit, this is how you die, and then loosen up enough to where like you don't tense up and hurt yourself. Like most people when they get scared, they tense up.
Yeah, it was crazy because I even remember my head hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the back of my head hitting the ground. And it's like you take that little small bounce
yeah.
or whatever. And I remember trying. I was like, oh yeah. After hitting my head, I'm like, oh yeah, try to keep your head up. You know, like. And so the second time going towards the ground, you're like, yo, try to keep your head up or whatever. But
Oh, man,
I
that's
ended up
gnarly.
not getting hurt at all. Like.
Just got
Keith
lucky,
rushed
huh?
down the stairs, like, you know, trying to make sure he didn't kill me because he's like, of course, this looks like it looked like you just killed me. Like,
It's like
Do you
it's
guys-
like a little farther? than
yeah,
I
yeah,
expected.
exactly. It's just, retaliation
ever-
was a little hard.
I remember, dude, as a kid, like I was sort of the opposite. I mean, I didn't like love heights or anything, but I loved jumping off of shit
I definitely loved
and
it.
like just like parkour and shit. Like
Yep,
so we
little
had a
backflips off and shit.
yeah, we had like
Get in
a
trouble for that.
2-story house and like there was a back porch like on the second story. So like, you know, over the rail was, you know, 2 stories down like what you're talking about. And so like I would, instead of like walking down the stairs, I would just like jump over the rail, drop down and like hang from the little slots between the rails and then just drop down to the ground or whatever. And I would do all kinds of shit down there. And then one time, I remember because I would climb up on the roof because I'd climb up onto the railing and then just pull myself up onto the roof and just go kick it up on the roof. Me and my buddies would. And there was so many times when I thought like, dude, I'm pretty sure I could like land and be fine. I'm glad I never tried, but one time I remember I built a parachute out of a sheet, like a bedding sheet, and Legos. I used Legos to like snap. Dude, this was not good at all. But like, I took like big Lego pieces and I snapped them, like I closed the sheet in between them, and I just made these little like solid blocks with the sheet kind of crimped in there. And then I had strings off of those, and like I jumped off of the second floor balcony. Like it was the only time I ever got up on the rail on my feet and like did a full jump off instead of lowering myself down.
Yeah.
You knock off like 6 feet when you do it like
exactly.
that, you know?
Yeah. Now you're really jumping the full.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the
I was
full
really
shit.
going for it, dude. And I remember feeling the catch of like the air hitting the chute or whatever. I mean the sheet, I should say. And then like the Legos just like exploding all at the same time, and like I instantly knew like this didn't work. This definitely didn't work. And I landed in the garden, and like I wasn't hurt, but like that was a big jump. That was a shock to my legs, dude. And I got crunched up where I almost like kneed myself like in the chest, you know?
I've done that before. You knee yourself
Yeah,
hard.
dude, because at that point, like, I got freaked out and I wasn't braced
now
for, like,
you're
a
on
good
loose.
landing.
Yeah,
I was ready
exactly.
to
Now
just,
you're
like,
not even
eat
trying to land.
shit.
You're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, I just, like, crash dummy, like, landed down and tried to, like, roll out sideways, but that shit freaked me out. And I remember thinking, like, oh, yeah, no shit. You can't make
that
a
was
parachute
right.
out of
Yeah,
Legos.
you can't
You fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
That was a big moment for
In
me.
hindsight, yeah, that
Yeah.
was a stupid one. That was dumb.
Hindsight is definitely so 2020. The clearest division. I guess it's 2019. What's the clearest vision you can get now with that LASIK?
I mean, 2020, I think that number just means, like, from 20 feet away, you can read. It's some measurement of like how well you can read something. So like you can read something from 20 feet away that I have to be at 15 feet to read. That'd be 2015 vision. So it's like if 20 is the standard footage that you have to be to read like 12-point font on your screen, and you can read it from like 100 feet away.
So the stigmatism's not necessarily affect your number. Like,
That's
you
what
can still have 20/20 vision, but just have a stigmatism. Is that possible, or does the stigmatism, since it
Yes.
obscures your vision, changes the number because you can't read something like that?
I can say that it's possible because I used to go to the eye doctor. Like, you have 20/20 vision, but you have a stigmatism.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's like in the right spot. Because as far as I know, astigmatism is just like a misshapen area of like your pupil or like your whole eyeball. No eye doctor, but
It's definitely misshapen. It's like the cornea is misshapen, so like it's got a little oblong instead
yeah.
of
So I suppose if it's like just happens to be in the right spot on both eyes, then you're pretty much good. I just went to the eye doctor the other day, and I'm in that shitty phase where I'm still my prescription still changes every time I go there. So every year I have to get a new prescription, and it's some bullshit because I want to get laser
That is
surgery
bullshit.
so that I don't have to keep wearing contacts and glasses and everything. But I can't do it until my eyes stabilize. Otherwise, I'll get it corrected and shit'll just keep changing, and then it's pointless.
At best, you just go back to the first stage of the start.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have glasses.
Dude, if you don't need them, then fuck them.
It became very apparent to me because like I could see while driving perfectly fine, but it was just at night, the oncoming traffic, the lights, it would completely kill everything for me. I was like, that's not normal. I was
Yeah.
like, man. And it got to the point where I was like, I'll be watching TV and I realize that I can't read the captions. I'm like, I don't really know what the captions say, or if it's something like those scenes where like the text message will come on someone's phone
Yeah.
and you're supposed to be like reading the message for some hella like contextual thing
Yeah.
for the story, and I'm like, fuck, what did that say? And I'm like, so I go to get my license renewed, and they make you take the eye test or whatever, and I put my head in the box, and the lady's like, okay, read the top line, and I just sit there because I'm waiting for her to turn it on, and she's like, what are you waiting for? And I'm like, turn it on so I can read the first line or whatever. And she's like, let's try a different test. She's like, okay, tell me which corner the red dot's in. I was like, it's in the middle. She's like, oh, this is... She was like, okay, let's go back to some letters.
Yeah. So
She literally gave me like 6 tries to pass this vision test. She was like, all right, look, I'm sorry, I can't pass you. Like, you gotta
So-
come
they
back
were,
with it.
they were hella nice about it because like I basically cheated it the last time I did it.
I don't.
I got a couple years before I have to go back to do it.
She
This is
she
for your-
even tried to cheat
Yeah,
for me.
like,
She was
hold on.
like,
What
she was like,
corner?
what is this name? She was like H. I was like H. She was like, you mean T, right?
looks like an H,
I was like,
though.
yeah. uh-huh.
This is for your driver's license.
Yeah,
Yeah, the DMV just wants you to get in and get the fuck out, and they want their
yeah. They really wanted to be.
Yeah,
quick.
no. I mean, like, I just went and got my shit renewed like a few days ago, and the lady's like, I don't even remember what she asked, but I didn't have to take any sort of like eye test. Maybe I.
Weird. Yeah, they have this little box sitting on.
Yeah,
the
you, like,
counter
put your
there.
forehead on
Yeah,
the
you
thing
put your-
or, like,
exactly.
yeah.
And that's what they made. That's what
I'm just wondering, like, what
There
I
might be a
wonder,
frequency of time where they make you do it.
like every so often
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
like
I was
my
just due.
second renewal.
They had probably like a second renewal.
Weird.
It was my second.
And they made me do it just because, like, as I was getting older, they made me like, all right, we gotta check your eyes. Make sure
Yeah.
you have that like corrective vision thing.
Make sure you're not gonna drive into a fucking fruit stand or something.
Yeah, I think it's just safety.
You know what it was?
Whatever you get, yeah.
My license was suspended
Ah.
because I got into an accident without
Mm.
insurance and got that 3rd degree driving with suspended license. I mean, yeah, driving with no insurance thing.
Yeah.
So they suspended my license, so I paid that shit off. And then once I paid it off, then I had to go get a new license. And that's probably why I had to take the vision test and
Interesting.
basically like the whole shit.
Yeah, I made the mistake of checking in on the unemployment thing
Yeah.
to see if there was anything like updated in there. And that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I'm gonna need to get a lawyer.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. 30 bands. That's what I need to get a lawyer.
is what they want back.
34, 38
So, dude, my girl was just going through this too, where they said that she owed a lot of money back too. She called them and talked to a guy, and like on the phone, they fucking squared her away.
Yeah, I tried that. And they fucking kicked me around. I called the governor's office. I went deep. Yeah, some people told me that they go to the mayor's office and they'll live it for me. I'm like, I called that office. They just fucking gave me the runaround. Why
Yeah.
did everybody else's dick getting sucked except for mine? I don't understand. Why did my shit go from $9,000 to 38? I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Y'all smoking dope. It's like, you can't bleed a turnip, bitches. Like, I don't know what you think you're gonna get from something you ain't got shit. It's like, my bank account's overdraft. You ain't getting shit out of it.
What are you gonna do?
What you doing? I don't understand these people. Like, they told us to stop working if we had elderly. I stopped working. They're like, you quit. Therefore, all the money we gave you that we qualified you for, you're no longer qualified. You owe it back. Like, that's on you.
Yeah, dude, that's the bullshit part. Is like, even though it's like, well, you guys fucking fucked up. Then if I wasn't supposed to have this money, why did you give me all this money?
Like you did this.
Yeah.
You're the ones who I just filed the fucking paperwork you said to file. I didn't lie on any of it. It's all shit. I worked this amount of time. I wasn't working this amount of time. I went back to work for this amount of time. And I stopped working again this amount of time.
Well, fucking
Ridiculous.
we're up. Call.
I was like, I ain't seen numbers like that in a minute.
Yeah, fuck all that.
It was some shit. What are you gonna do?
Yes.
My grandma thinks it's a little restaurant.
I don't think they can even arrest you for that. If it was like tax evasion, like that's a different story. Like that's like a felony, I believe, like tax evasion. But I don't think you can get arrested. I mean, it would have to go pretty fucking far to you being in cuffs because you didn't pay back this mistaken unemployment or whatever. If it's even determined to be a mistake that you got it in the first place. I think it's smart to lawyer up, but.
That's what, like, I need to get somebody who's smarter than me. I'm dumb.
I guarantee you, for one thing, you are not the only person that this is happening to with the whole pandemic. And so, yeah.
Like, I'm like, you guys are criminals. How are you doing this?
You know that like with that many people involved, it's gonna be so long before anything is like really going on.
Yeah.
The fucking
That's why I'm not concerned.
yeah.
I just find something everyone thinks that they can arrest me. That's hilarious. Like, I'd do the time for it. Be like, fuck it. If that's
Dude,
what
that'd
it
be
is.
better than paying off 30 G's.
I ain't
Like
paying
what's
30
okay?
G's.
How
Like,
many?
if
How
you
long
have
you
to
gotta go
arrest me,
for?
You have to come and grab me. Like, that's just what it is. I'm paying 30 fucking grand. I didn't even get that money. So why would I fucking be paid? You're asking for the taxes that I cut out? Because like I took the most taxes out of my shit and didn't like use the tax loophole and I didn't get none of my tax money back. And these
You said you have it. You want money back that you took
want
in
the
the first
money
place.
that
Yeah.
you still have. I'm like, that's some bullshit. I'm not doing it. Like, that's a fucking scam. You guys are scam artists. I'm not playing that game. Like, you all shut this down. I didn't do that. You all said quit your jobs. That was the government. You people work for the government. You're a part of that agency. You were told to do something. That ain't on me.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some big class action
And I'll
lawsuits.
Be right there. I'll be riding that fucking white pony all the way home.
There's gonna be something. I mean, it's affected way too many people for
Way
them
too
for there
many.
not
That's
to
what
be
I'm trying to
something.
bring noise to it. Power. You gotta bring power to it. Maybe I'll sign this class action lawsuit. Any lawyers out there listening, you just hit me up. Fucking do this. Constitution.
If you're a lawyer, a learned doctor or scholar or lawyer, you've made it this far into the show, and we appreciate you. Absolutely.
Even smart people need to hear dumb shit sometimes just to let their brains relax. It's like background noise. This might be just enough.
Oh my God, yeah, exactly. Because you just open it and let your brain just
escape.
absorb. And it does all the work for you, scrolling videos automatically. Like it's so purpose built to suck you
What I
in.
find interesting is that has the shortest form video content in popular platforms right now, and they have the most watch
Yeah.
in all of media. In all of media. People will sit on TikTok for hours. Hours.
It's crazy.
Like networks would kill to have that amount of watch time.
Yeah,
on their
dude.
network. Like,
Well,
it's wild.
That's why YouTube came out with shorts.
remind me after this to tell you about an idea I had, but I think it could be. Oh no, you got to keep it under wraps. But this place is coming together. The fucking Infinity Wall opens a world of possibilities. So fucking badass. But in the vein of like the fact that TikTok is such like a fast moving, like, you know, extremely short duration, just turning and burning content. Like, you know, if you approach it that way, like from a creator standpoint, and make things like purpose built to be consumed in that format, you know, like that's
contextual to the platform.
yeah.
It's the difference between the new style of marketing agencies, which I speak for a marketing agency because I don't know, but like that's what's the difference between good ones nowadays and ones that are just kind of making commercials on different platforms. You know, like the good people can make it contextual to the platform. Like they make the same kind of content that you would see, so you don't feel like you're watching an ad, even if you
Exactly.
know you're being sold to it. You feel like you're watching an ad. And it
That's-
makes people not dislike it. You know, it's not, you don't fuck up the platform in that way.
Right. What?
I call it
Blendavision.
Blendavision. Yeah. So you blend ads and vision. So you don't understand. There's a couple of YouTube. All of a sudden, you're halfway through the ad.
Holy shit, this is an ad. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I'm in the middle of this ad. I've been watching this ad for halfway through it, and I've been
Yeah.
attentive to it because it's so mixed into the content because of the setting that it's in. They're able to match
There are whole videos that they've done that are in the short form on YouTube. where
The entire video is
is
that.
the ad.
Yeah.
like that. Daniel Schiffer had one where like the entire video was an ad, right? But like you watched it because you still watched it because it was still formatted like his content on
Yeah,
YouTube.
exactly.
It was so cleverly done.
So good.
I was like, if I was a brand, I would pay through the nose for that. Like it was incredible.
Because during the brand, right, like his content that he's branding from this brand that he's displaying, he's
Yeah.
teaching you how to brand your content and do what he's doing of this ad this way with this product that is the ad. It's fucking ridiculous on so many levels. You're like, well, yeah, if you're the person that gets to pay this guy to have him brand your content, like, use Canva, use fucking story blocks, you get a whole bunch of Canva where he just does some Canva shit. The entire video is an ad for Canva.
Yeah.
He's making Canva full ads for other products on Canva, making an ad for Canva.
Like, yeah,
through the entire
it's so
video.
multi-layered. It's not even funny when you do it like that. Like,
And he
it's
does it
crazy.
for story blocks on everything. Because
Yeah.
they're like his number one backer. Insane. It's crazy the way that he does it. Peter McKinnon's pretty good at it. Not nearly as good as Daniel Schiffer though.
Very few are, yeah.
Yeah,
Good-
Daniel
good
Schiffer's
skill.
it's insane. But I call it blended vision.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
Blended vision.
Blendavision. Kind of sounds like a cool band. Blendavision. Or Blender Vision.
That's a yeah. It sounds like a 3D rendering program.
Yeah. Because of Blender, right?
You guys see my little water animation? Physics and shit.
My Wi-Fi was bugging up.
Water,
so
water.
It was hella choppy. I couldn't really tell.
Was it? What, where'd you post it? Where'd you post it?
Like all my YouTube videos were like robotic, so I had to watch them all.
It's I made it on Blender.
Did you post it on Instagram or YouTube? Oh, yeah. I don't see that shit.
It's got no sound or anything. It's got no real background. It's like black. I tried to put a picture in there. It didn't show up. It's on the laptop. So,
Just didn't render it.
just didn't get it in there. It was probably bogging out. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I was like, alright, that's fine. So, we'll just render it out with the physics, but it's a big ocean simulation.
Nice.
It's literally a push of the button to get it to make an so then add an attribute to it.
That's on Blender. You gotta check that out. Shout out Blender.
Do some even more in-depth stuff with the stuff that I filmed. That I can put it in Blender and then I can add and composite and a bunch of other stuff that I wouldn't normally be able to do.
Well, and some of the sickest shit too is when you're just like fucking around in a new program and like finding out new things that it can do and like just freestyling your way into like making something that's like, oh, cool, that's kind of dope, you know?
If I learned to code and
Yeah.
coding,
That's dope. That's some cool shit. What do we got for time, brother?
an hour and 1 minute.
An hour and 1 minute. Dude, I got like a spidey sense for an hour. You must have it too, because I saw you just turn around.
Yeah, to look at the time, I just had the hour tingle.
The hour tingle.
About the time.
Mhm.
About the time. So, you want to bid our
Yeah.
fair listeners?
Yeah, bring the people home here. The hold on, I gotta pull it up. I'm pulling it up. The
Pull it up.
AZ squared equals podcast, baby. Thank you for joining us yet again. It's a fun one. What episode is this? We got a number? Are we doing numbers? It's the Christmas special. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely the Christmas special. It's number 4 or 5.
Number 4, episode number 4 or 5. Well, it's been great. Tune in for next week's episode 5 or 6.
Yeah, right. Should definitely title it like that. Like, I don't know.
Whatever
It's like
happens,
episode
happens,
3 or
man.
4 or 5, I don't know.
It's, let me, hold up.
Oh, we're getting an episode count here.
It's number 4.
Number 4, Bubba Ganoush Burger.
Even though there's 2 that say episode 1 because we had like the ATZ, which was the one with Terry, right?
That's right. That's right.
That was an episode 1 of 1.
Episode 1 of 1.
That's inside of the same podcasting format on Spreaker. If you're on Spreaker, which you should be, and go and listen to all the ads because Daddy lied.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you. And check us out on YouTube
Hell yeah.
at the AZ Squared Podcast. Equals Podcast.
Sponsored by 9 Media Creative. Is that right?
Well, it's
Or
in
more or
the
less
Nine Media
produced-
studio. Yeah. It's
Produced in partnership with.
yeah, it's. I would say it's sponsored by, like, Ridgewood kind of thing. But yeah.
Peace. Later, people. Thank you very much.